Hi, I'm Sean Patrick Nill. I'll be reading for the part of Colonel Fitzwilliam. Also, my friend Brooke Benson will be reading the part of Elizabeth Bennet. Thanks. Darcy tells me you're famously fond of walking, Miss Bennet. I would surely enjoy your company on tour of the park.
As would I yours, Colonel Fitzwilliam.
The absolute final word is that Darcy and I are to leave Saturday. Unless he decides to push it back to Sunday, or he is particularly eager to see his sister, and we must leave on Friday.
I do not know anybody who seems more to enjoy the power of doing what he likes than Mr. Darcy.
He likes to have his own way, as do we all. Only Mr. Darcy is more likely to have it because he is rich, whilst I must be hardened to self-denial and dependence.
Seriously, Colonel Fitzwilliam, have you ever really known self-denial?
Yes, caught out in hyperbole, my dear Miss Bennet. No, of course, I have never experienced real hardship. But in matters of greater weight, I do suffer from want of money. Younger sons cannot marry where they like.
Unless they like women of fortune.
We are all slaves to our particular habits of expense. As for my part, I don't mind a return to Derbyshire, and Darcy regrets being away from Miss Georgiana too long.
I have heard nothing but good of the young lady, and she is a very great favourite of Carolina Bingley. Do you know the Bingleys?
Not well. I know the brother to be a particularly pleasant fellow, but rather dependent on Darcy's judgment. In fact, Darcy prides himself on recently saving Charles Bingley from the troubles of a most imprudent marriage.
Did he? And did Mr. Darcy give you reason for this interference?
Apparently there were concerns about the lady, coupled with strong objections to the family. I understand the mother to be very overbearing and ill-mannered when in company, and the extended family holds no great social advantage.
Why is he to be the judge?
I'm sorry?
Why, upon Mr. Darcy's judgment alone, is he to determine the happiness of others? Did he suppose that there was no affection between the couple?
Perhaps. But if that is the case, it would lessen the distinction of Darcy's triumph, don't you think?
Colonel Fitzwilliam, I'm afraid that I'm not feeling well. I must say goodbye to you now.
Allow me to see you to the parsonage.
No, thank you. It's not far. I shall rest there until my friend and Mr. Collins return.
Hi, I'm Sean Patrick Nill, and I will be reading the first side for Mr. Bingley. Come, Darcy. I hate to see you standing about by yourself in this stupid way. You had much better dance.
You know how I dislike dancing, unless I am particularly acquainted with my partner. Your sister is engaged, and there's not another woman in the room to whom it would not be a punishment to dance with.
Upon my honor, I never met so many pleasant girls in all my life until this evening, and several of them are uncommonly pretty.
You are dancing with the only handsome girl in the room.
Miss Jane Bennet, oh, she is the most beautiful creature I ever beheld. But one of her sisters, Miss Elizabeth Bennet, is standing just behind you. She is very pretty, and I dare say, very agreeable.
She is tolerable, but she is not handsome enough to tempt me. You had better return to Miss Bennet and enjoy her smiles, for now you are wasting your time.
Oh. Oh. Miss Bennet, I'm so sorry. I never met more pleasant girls in all my life until this evening. And as for Miss Bennet, I have never conceived an angel more angelic. Hi, I'm Sean Patrick Nill, and this is the second Mr. Bingley side.
Mr. Bingley, how very kind of you to call upon us today.
Mrs. Bennet.
Mr. Darcy, you're welcome too. We began to be afraid you would never come back again. There was a rumor you had quit the place entirely. A great many changes have taken place since you went away. Miss Lucas is married and settled, and one of my own daughters.
Yes, ma'am, I have heard of it.
It was in the Times and the Courier, though it was not put in as it ought to be. It only said, lately George Wickham, Esquire to Lydia Bennet. But it was my brother Gardner's drawing up too, and I wonder how he came to such an awkward business of it. Will you stay in the country long, Mr. Bingley?
Our plans are not altogether settled, but I hope that we will stay for some time. A few weeks, through the hunting season at the very least.
When you have killed all your own birds, Mr. Bingley, I beg you come here and shoot as many of ours as you please. Come with me. We shall ask Mr. Bennet if he will join you on the hunt. It has been a long time since he has held a gun, and I am sure he will benefit from your example.
Certainly, Mrs. Bennet. Miss Bennet, It is very good to see you again.
And it is very good to see you, Mr. Bingley.